Figure FOURce! It's Figure FOURce, YouTube toy collector team vlogging to save the day. Figure FOURce! Nostalgic vintage toy heroes. Figure FOURce!
Scan the personnel files for the best Figure FOURce agents for this mission. Richard Broadhurst, toy repair specialist and owner of a lot of movie bots. Internet codename, Xortrider. David Shotton, multi-instrumentalist and crazy wrestling aficionado. Internet codename, Junkheap Dave. John Grief, Ultra Magnus obsessive and the true king of Gala. Internet codename, Bordersdude. Rudy Zissou, nostalgia lover and action figure / doll enthusiast. Internet codename, Science Fantasy Experience. Assemble Figure FOURce. Illusion is the ultimate weapon. And here we have M.A.S.K, Mobile Attack Strike Command Rhino. And before I get into the pure awesomeness that is M.A.S.K and Rhino, let me take you down memory lane. It's 1985. M.A.S.K is on the telly every Saturday morning. And the day before, Friday, I'm at school just getting to the end of the day. The teacher approaches me and hands me an envelope. And in there is a £5 W.H. Smith voucher. Apparently, I had won the competition to have my picture as the Summer Fate programme front cover. And I open it up inside and there is a £5 voucher for W.H. Smith. I race home after school, and my parents are both there, and I show them what I've got, and randomly they've got both the same day off, which is pretty unheard of in the 80s for my parents. And we drive all the way to the Manda Centre in Wolverhampton, which was like a good 7-8 miles away from where we lived because there was no other W.H. Smith near us. And we go to W.H. Smith, and I'd never been to the town centre on a weekday afternoon, early evening, and it was a bizarre affair, and it's a memory that's really powerful and strong because it just wasn't like a Saturday and I was clutching this £5 voucher for dear life, and I thought I was going to go and get a book, like an encyclopedia, or felt tip pens or colouring books, because at that time I didn't know W.H. Smith sold toys. We would always go to Beatties or to Jolly Giant, Toys R Us, and various places like that. I was, unbeknownst to me, that W.H. Smith sold toys. So I go in there thinking, oh, I'm going to get this cool colouring book. No, I get there and there is a wall full of M.A.S.K. And because I've been watching it every weekend for the past however long, and knowing that it was on the next day, I go straight there and I'm like, Condor is £4.75. So I'm like, I want this, I want this, I want this. And my mum and dad are like, you want this? And I'm like, yeah, I want this. I want Condor. And the memory is just so powerful. It fills me with nostalgia when I think about it. Just seeing the boxes everywhere, because even though it was the basic range, the smaller ones, the motorcycles, Vampire and Condor and whatnot, they were all around the £5 mark. And that is my introduction into M.A.S.K and how good it is, was getting Condor and then playing with it for years and getting other subsequent ones along the way. And when I became an adult collector, I had to get Rhino. I never had it as a kid. As I said, I'd only had a few of the smaller ones, and I had one of the Split Seconds and Bandit. I never had Rhino, and it's the dream of a child to have one of the bigger ones. You know, they were the most expensive. They came in the big box. So when I became an adult collector, that was the first thing that I wanted to get, was Rhino. And here it is. Here it is now. Personally, I think that M.A.S.K, the box is so big and it just fits in the camera, is the best toy line of the 1980s. I think it's the best toy line of all time. So much so that that's why I am Matt Tracker on the FOURce intro. And don't get me wrong, Thunderhawk is an incredible toy, and I would like to get one at some point. It is all about Rhino. It is all about this behemoth of a toy. The colours, the playability, the size of it. Let's just get it on camera. But let's start with the box. They do not make toy boxes like this anymore. The artwork is just, let's get full screen, is just absolutely beautiful. And then you get a shot of the toy, and then at the top you see it in its command center configuration, and the toy is it's absolutely insane. As I said, it's huge, it's chromy, it's magenta-y, if that's even a word, and then obviously it fits really cool scaled figures. You know, they're smaller than Joe's, so you can kind of interact with other toy lines, but I never did that as a kid. I was a weird kid that I never played with, I never mixed and matched my toys. But the beauty of that scale is that they fit inside because doors open. But the joy of M.A.S.K is that they convert, and you literally, there is 2 buttons on the back. One hits the battering ram, and the other hits the outside ejector seat. And then the functions don't stop there. You can pull down the smokestacks to create lasers, and you can slide out the back to reveal the command center with a missile. What a phenomenal toy Rhino is. It's the pride of my collection. I've got a couple of standout toys for the collection, and this, you know, it kind of trumps the lot of them. It's big, it's chunky, it's playable. The stickers on mine are ridiculously good condition, considering it's, you know, a 35-year-old toy. The back separates to reveal like an ATV. If I can get it out. Mine is so stiff, which is, you know, a good thing for a vintage toy. And you have that, which got a couple of goes in the show. You know, Rhino was one that featured prominently in the show, and as I said, it's the best. And it comes with two figures. You get Bruce Sato with Lifter, Mask, and you get Matt Tracker with Ultra Flash. You know, usually Matt Tracker comes with a Spectrum, the most overpowered mask in the whole show, but this one is Ultra Flash. And you pop them off, and there they are. And considering they are such small figures, incredibly posable, knee bend, so they can sit in their in their videos. My only complaint, and it's not a complaint because I'm an adult collector now, it really bugged me that you got Bruce Sarto and Matt Tracker, but yeah, it was Alex Sector who was the co-pilot that worked the command centre in there. Like, why didn't Alex Sector come with it? And that bugged me as a kid, even though I didn't even own the toy. Why would I be bothered by that? But it's... As an adult collector, I appreciate that it comes with Matt Tracker and Ultra Flash, because he did get a couple of episodes where he is in that get-up. And sometimes I'm a stickler for screen accuracy. Not all the time, but sometimes I want it. And as an adult collector, it makes this toy perfect. And because I am an adult collector, I could easily just go on eBay and get a Alex Sector just to go with it, which at some point I'm gonna get that. As I said, Rhino is the defining one from the wave. 2019, I reckon I'm gonna pick up some others. My plan, I make these plans for toy collecting and they never come to fruition because I end up buying wrestling figures, or I end up buying things that I never would have thought of. But my plan is to get one from each wave. So maybe a laser command, and I definitely want to get one of the split seconds that I didn't have as a kid. You know, I've got these rules when it comes to toy collecting that I won't buy a toy that I had as a child. I've only done it once with FOURce. So I'm definitely up for picking up more M.A.S.K figures, definitely. And I know the other guys from FOURce have M.A.S.K in their collection, so the challenge is on for them to bring their, I guess, their favourite M.A.S.K toy to the FOURce channel. So this has been 1985's Kenner's M.A.S.K Rhino. As a child and a highly obsessed toy collector, playing with toys like the one that you just saw make it seem as though fighting and driving dangerously are fun and exciting things to do. And what's more, the good guys never get hurt. But in real life, people do get injured, even killed when they fight or drive. Make-believe can be a lot of fun, and there's nothing wrong with imagining great adventures. But never forget, when it is the real thing, someone can get hurt. Even FOURce, and even you. So now you know, and knowing is half the battle.